High in the densely forested mountains, cut off entirely from modern society, lives a deeply spiritual community known as the Matan tribe. They exist in total isolation, dedicating their lives to their immortal guru, Lord Hanuman. One of his most devoted followers is a young woman named Ormi. Without warning, while simply collecting firewood, Ormi collapses to the forest floor, convulsing in an agonizing seizure that leaves her tribe scrambling to protect her from nearby sharp objects. To an outside observer, this looks like a severe neurological breakdown, but the true cause defies biological explanation. The violent shaking isn't a malfunction of the brain, it is a desperate physical cry from a traumatized soul trapped inside her. The affliction tearing through Ormi's nervous system was planted long before she was even born in this body. A physical disease in the present can act as a direct, painful manifestation of spiritual trauma carried over from a previous life. In a past life, Ormi lived as a woman named Chandra. She was a mother who endured the ultimate tragedy, watching her only child die, a loss so profound it pushed her into sheer disbelief and dementia. Grief caused Chandra's soul to physically fracture. One fragment, C7, entered her boy to revive him, while C6 remained with her. Lifetimes later, Ormi inherited the C6 fragment. C7 reincarnated as Ravi, a young man working thousands of miles away in a modern city. This separation is the root of Ormi's terrifying episodes. Her C6 soul fragment is violently attempting to pull itself toward its missing C7 half, thrashing against the confines of her physical body in a desperate bid to be made whole again. Neither geographical distance nor a completely new set of physical bodies can sever the magnetic bond of a split soul. The pain will continue until the fragments reunite, a paradox that requires divine intervention to resolve. Lord Hanuman arrives to heal his disciple, bringing a method to bypass physical space entirely. He utilizes a metaphysical realm known as the dream world, a space where geographic distance is completely meaningless. While Ormi recovers from her seizure under a tree, she falls asleep. Hundreds of miles away, an exhausted Ravi falls asleep at his desk. Hanuman pulls both of their conscious souls out of their physical bodies and directly into this shared metaphysical space. As highlighted in this text, Ravi dreams of a strange, crying woman he feels an intense urge to help. Lord Hanuman appears as a figure of light, placing his hands on their bowed heads, merging the fractured soul pieces back together with a divine warmth. When Ormi wakes up back in the forest, the deep spiritual void inside her is gone. Her soul has been made whole, and her terrifying seizures vanish completely, never to return. The soul itself is completely unbound by physical distance or time. It is only restricted by the illusions and attachments constructed by the human mind. But the moment Ormi is cured, the atmosphere in the forest shifts. Pitch-black storm clouds aggressively swallow the sun, and the wind begins to howl, signaling a massive cosmic threat approaching the tribe. Yama, the god of death, arrives to execute a rigid, unyielding karmic law. Ormi's physical body has reached its expiration date. She is destined to be crushed by a falling tree branch at this exact moment in time. Hanuman intervenes once again to cheat this seemingly inescapable fate. We see in this text how he instructs Ormi to chant the Ram mantra. The resonant sound creates an out-of-body experience, unhooking her soul from her physical form and pulling her consciousness out of the doomed vessel. The cosmic ledger of karma and destiny absolutely demands a death to balance the scales. But crucially, that strict ledger only dictates what happens to the physical body, leaving the detached soul entirely outside its jurisdiction. Hanuman executes a brilliant metaphysical loophole. He pulls in the soul of Ramnarayan, an old, dying man hundreds of miles away who desperately wishes to experience the warmth of a family one last time. Hanuman temporarily places Ramnarayan's soul inside Ormi's empty body. Exactly as destined, the massive tree branch snaps and violently strikes Ormi's body. The physical trauma registers, and Yama's cosmic ledger is satisfied. The text outlines exactly how this trade worked. Ramnarayan's soul gets his final wish, fulfilling his desire to be surrounded by family through Ormi's identity. Meanwhile, Ormi's actual soul undergoes her destined experience of death while temporarily housed safely in his distant, failing body. Once the karmic debt is paid, the souls swap back. Ormi returns to her physical body completely unharmed. She is unaware of the cosmic transaction that just saved her life, brushing off the sudden shock as a terrible nightmare. Death is not an absolute final end. It is simply a scripted event tied to a specific physical identity. If the soul learns to detach itself from the character it plays, even death can be bypassed. All the pain, karma, and destiny that dictate our lives are scripts written exclusively for the characters we play. The physical body and the mind suffer, but the eternal soul underneath remains a silent, untouched observer. Whether living as a grieving mother named Chandra, a devoted tribeswoman named Ormi, or a modern office worker named Ravi, the soul is simply wearing temporary physical masks. The core essence remains constant, cycling through these roles to gather experiences. Lord Hanuman's specific focus on Ormi suggests that the tribe's spiritual orientation creates a bridge, allowing the divine to navigate through space and time to protect a seeker's progress. If the only things tethering us to our pain are the identities we stubbornly cling to, what temporary physical attachments are currently holding you back from realizing your own spiritual freedom? By releasing the attachment to a physical identity, the fear of death dissolves, revealing it as a scripted transition for the eternal soul.